Okay. So what I was telling is that AWS, okay, EC2 is the most powerful service. In fact, 50% of the revenue AWS gets, that is in few big numbers in billion, I believe that is 30 or 40 billion. That of the profit, I believe. Okay, let me see. In fact, what is the latest number? AWS revenue 2023 is 90 billion. Okay, so it's such a big. Okay, and let's see what is the profit. Profit. Okay, it does not tell about the profit. I think, but let's say that they may be making good amount of profit, whatever be the case. Okay, so EC2 is a very large chunk of that, and EC2 is a very fundamental service. Some of you may be familiar with this. Some of you may have even tried yourself. But in our case, we will assume that you may have probably not, and we will guide you through all the steps. So what we will be doing is all of you will get AWS account. Okay, everyone will have their own AWS account, and I am still looking at, but probably the way how it will be that we are almost 13 or 14 students plus 4-5 instruction teams, so that is 18. That many separations we cannot do. Okay, so it could be possible that 2 people are working in one region. Okay, my best effort is that all of you get a separate region to work with, so everyone works in their own workspace or on their own private place. There you can do experiments, destroy things, create things. And next thing is that AWS account billing is something that we are very concerned about, because AWS bills generally become a big number. So we are careful that everyone who uses the services, creates the account, uses this in the most judicial manner. Don't leave any servers started. If you are not using it, stop it. If you are not going to use it for long, terminate it. Avoid creating databases, because what we will do is this in this bootcamp is we will give you a common database server for everyone. Everyone can create their own databases in the same server. So this way we can save the cost of databases. So we are still working. I'm still working on some of those strategies to bring down the cost. Let's see how much successful we become at the end. So with that idea, I am going to help all of you set up with your AWS account and set up with your AWS CLI. So AWS CLI is the tool with which you can interact with AWS services, AWS account. So I am sending the list of usernames, okay, that everyone has. So you can see that your first name has become your username. You can see it in chat. So everyone, including every instruction team member, has an account, okay? So this is the account with which you will be logging in, okay? Now, the password for everyone is this one, okay? So for everyone, the default password is this, DevOps 2024. The moment you log in, it will prompt you to change your password. So then everyone will have their own password that only you may be knowing, okay? It may be possible that you forget the password or something happens. We will help you reset your account if that happens, okay? So this is your username, this is your password, okay? Now all of you will be logging through this URL. So let me get ourselves there. Okay, so this is the URL with which everyone will be logging in. Okay, so let me get everyone to log in. So if you want, you can follow me how I'm doing. Open this link, everyone. Okay, once you have logged in, use the username that has been given in chat. So I will be using mine, and then it will ask me for password. Okay. So you can see that I have logged in. Everyone, please log in. Oh, it did not prompt me to change my password. Okay, please check. I had created my account first. So maybe.
It just prompted
It's
me. I'm
prompting.
changing.
Perfect. Now you can change the password that you want to give. Give it something that is hard to guess and still easy to remember, recall. Okay. This account is separate for everyone. So you're not supposed to share account because everyone has their own account. Use your own username, use your own password, and you log in. Okay. Once you log in, as I had told you, we are halfway in setting up the account for all of you. For today's lesson, I had to set it up because we have to use AWS. Okay. So right now you can see many of the things access denied. For example, you cannot see the cost, you cannot see security related stuff. So we put some checks on what permissions you have been given. Because many of the times you accidentally create something that you do not want. You may accidentally delete others' work because everyone is sharing the same account at the end. It's just the username is different. Okay. At the end, everyone has same account. So this is the account number. We all are using this account only. Okay. So I believe everyone has logged in. Okay. So if everyone has logged in, then what we will do is we will first of all go to EC2. Okay. Okay. It seems that Tom has some issues with password change. Does anyone have?
Same here. Are you getting the either user is not authorized to perform IAM change password, Tom? At the
Yeah,
top.
I'm getting the same. I
Oh,
thought maybe I was like not putting it in right.
okay, 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 okay,
I
okay,
thought too.
okay, okay, okay. Just give me.
Yeah, it didn't like me changing it either.
Okay, okay, just a second. Let me do that for all of you. So you can see how, um, how those permissions are actually controlled here. We will be learning this in a lot. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So let me in fact just edit this one. That's why I told no, I'm halfway. We are still not fully ready for this, but let me in fact give all of you. Let me see what is the password change policy. Uh, okay. So what I would do is that I would give everyone, we will be doing this, okay? This is going to be fun. IAM colon star, everyone will get IAM permission. What is throwing error? IAM colon star. Okay, very good. Okay, so no worries. And after this, I'll add this permission. Okay, can you try changing now? Yes, yeah, it was permission issue.
That worked for me.
Okay, good.
I'm in now.
Perfect. Okay. So I think, yeah, it should work for everyone.
Same. Yeah, I'm in.
Okay. So what you were looking at just a moment ago, that was the AWS IAM policy. That is the identity and access management policy. it will help you to control the permission that any account user gets. Okay, so you can add permission, remove. It is a very fine-grained control. For example, if you see the permission that you have gotten right now is that you can do many of the stuff, but you cannot delete any other user. You cannot go ahead and remove anybody's else account by mistake, or you cannot go ahead and create your friend's account, your anybody's else account. So those kind of limits, again, sometimes it is intentional, sometimes it's just like by mistake people to end up doing, right? So for that reason we will be learning this service in details. Okay, perfect. So once you have gotten insight, okay, then all of you can go here and you can see this is the EC2 service. Okay, we will be using EC2 service. Now everyone, please go to North Virginia, East 1. If you are there, it is fine. If you are not, please go to East 1. Okay, once you have gotten inside East 1, okay, then what we will be doing is we will be I will just give you a quick walkthrough of how it is, but before that, we will go and set up AWS CLI in everyone's account. Okay, so please give me a thumbs up if everyone is following so far. I know some of you are.
It's not allowing me to change to the region that you stated, and it's defaulting to the East region 2.
Okay, you're not able to click here, is it so? Just
I failed to pitch up. Actually, it's not letting me change the region. So
is it? Can you
yeah,
share?
it's sure, and maybe I'm doing something silly. We'll find out. One moment.
No, let me have a look.
Making certain I hit the right screen. One moment. Okay.
I think you are
So
fine.
let me know.
No, you're a good place. No worries. So only thing is the region that you see. Oh, wait. Can I? Am I looking? No, wait.
Yeah, I gave up. One moment. It's still early with my coffee. All right.
Let me look at your screen. Okay, yeah, I see your screen now. Yeah, can you click on that Ohio? Click on drop down. Yeah, Ohio. Top right. Just Ohio.
Right above widgets, where it says add widgets, right above that, there's Ohio to the left
Yeah,
of your
I
name.
need to move. I need to move the. Okay, there we go.
No,
Okay.
right there.
Yeah, click on
Yeah.
first one.
So.
First one.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, we are good. Yeah, perfect.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. Okay, so what we will be doing now is that everyone has got an insight. So, only reason is everyone is working on East 1 is because, we have not set up the other regions, and we are yet to distribute everyone. Every group member will be working in one particular region. Okay. So, yeah, let me share back my screen. Okay. So once you have done that, okay. Yeah. Now, what we will be doing is we will be setting our local CLI. Okay. So for that, we will be following this guideline. Okay. And, everyone, please open this link that I'm sending to you. We will be following the instructions given in this link. You can stop sharing your screen, Cassandra, now.
Oh, I thought I was doing that. Hold on.
No worries. Okay, so this is the link which will help us to set up our CLI. Okay, so what is CLI? So CLI is the command line interface, which will help us to interact with AWS services through command line itself. We don't have to open our console. Okay, you don't need to do this. Okay, so for this, what you will be doing is, everyone will be going to IAM. Okay, everyone search here IAM. Okay, once you click on IAM service, okay, you will go to users. Cassandra, your screen is still shared, just in case
Yeah, I'm trying to.
okay.
All right.
You may go to Zoom and there you have a stop. As such, it doesn't harm me, but only thing is, okay. All right. In this place, now you will click on your username. Okay. So you can see when everyone has logged in, what you do, everything is now recorded. Okay. So AWS provides us the opportunity that we can track what you are doing. Everything is visible to us, okay, as the account owner. So click on, so no one can go and create a server and then start doing Bitcoin mining. You can do that. Okay. Now here, everyone go to this one, security credentials. Okay. And okay, so Cassandra, you might have missed. You go to users, click on your username, click on security credentials. Okay. Now just come to this page. After that, what we will have to do is we will have to set up our local machine. Okay. So everyone, please follow this document that I have given here. Okay. And based on this link, please install AWS CLI in your laptop, in your system. Depending on Linux, Mac, Windows. Please do the installation. Please do the installation. I'm back in 1 minute. Okay, please do the installation. I am not doing because it is already installed in my system. You can see AWS version. I have the AWS version installed. Okay. How many of you got this installed? Very good. Very good. Tom, Tristan. Okay, you already have. That is good. Very good. Okay. I just want to check Yams, Joe's. Good to go. Very good. Natalia, how is this coming with you for you?
I'm not. Okay.
Your voice is not clear.
Yeah, I'm mistaken. Sorry. I'm just watching and not following along with it.
You're not able to follow, is it?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, okay, no problem. But I would, this is like important for everyone because this is setting up your account. If you don't set up your account, then probably, rest of the whole class, all full bootcamp depends on this account. Okay. So it is
Can you
very,
put the link in the chat again? Because I didn't mean to leave the meeting. So when I did that is when you put how to get to the CLI. I'm in identity access management, but I'm not getting to the right place for the CLI install and update instructions. Thank
okay.
you.
Okay. Chad has sent a link. Please follow that link. Okay, let me repeat. Natalia, if you are on your computer, I will recommend you to follow the steps. I can wait few minutes.
I think she was saying she's sick, Chandra.
Oh,
If needed, I can go back with her later when she's feeling better and help her.
I think that's totally fine then. Yeah, no worries. Yeah.
I prefer that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I missed to hear what you're saying because it seems the voice was a bit low for me, but that's okay. All right. So I think everyone, those who are following, they are with me. So perfect. So what we will now be doing is that we have gotten the AWS installation done. This is the AWS CLI. Okay. Now to configure this, okay, we will be needing access key ID and secret access key. So as the name sounds, secret access key. This is supposed to be kept very safe and never leaked anywhere, never shared anywhere. And Chad is smiling, as you can see, because he has once committed this on public repository. Okay, so essentially, this access key gives anyone complete access of your full AWS account. Okay, not only your, because your account is linked and you have a lot of permission. So it gives account permission to almost full organization, actually, full account to everyone's account. All right. So for this reason, you will never commit this code on GitHub repository. Okay. You will never commit, give a share and all. You will keep it to yourself because what happens is there are a lot of bots on internet. They keep scanning all the GitHub repositories. The moment they find anyone's access key, a secret access key, oh, they will immediately use that and they will start creating server, they will start doing Bitcoin mining. They exploit it a lot. Okay, they exploit it a lot. And it's like in one of the college I heard that because of maybe lack of instruction or something, every student did that and the hackers got almost 30 AWS accounts at once. And that account, that college had like a very big account with AWS. So there was no billing limits. It limit was in like few $100,000 something. They exploited to almost $300,000, 300K or something for a few days. Okay. So those things can go wrong. And it's like always best practice, be secure. So what we'll be now doing is, is that we will be creating, yeah, definitely. So Chad, what is Chad is saying is totally correct. That we will go to, yeah. So Cassandra, once you have done the installation, you will come to this place. You'll find your username. Please do the installation and no rush.
Yeah. Installation's done. It's confirmed on the command line that it's there. So I literally just hit click on that. Excuse me. And I have allergies, so I sound funny.
No worries. Okay. What we will now be doing is we will create access key. Okay. So everyone click on create access key. Okay. So click on command line interface. Okay. So this is the way how we are setting up CLI, and you can click confirm that what you want to what you are going to do, because this just says that use alternative recommendations, because it is not recommended to use CLI generally, especially if you are early users. Okay, you are just beginner user, but we are considering ourselves pro, so let's continue on because you are under pro guidance. Okay, never forget that. So we'll go ahead, click on next, give some description. Okay, so access key for CLI, okay, on my Mac. Okay, something like this, so that you know where you are using. You can give any description. Click on next. Now, this is the screen where everyone please stop. This is where your access key is. So in my video recording, this is already exposed now. Okay, so I will reset it later. But this secret access key, this is very important. Access key is less important. Secret access key is, in fact, it's like username, password, you can say, kind of. Username is also important, but password is super important. So everyone, please copy these two and keep it safe, stored somewhere. Okay, save it somewhere which is you consider safe. Okay.
Chandra, I'm sorry, but I'm having trouble getting to where you got to the access key. I'm on the user guide version 2 right now, and I'm sorry if I made the slow one, but can you tell me how to get there?
I will repeat the steps. Everyone go to IAM. Click
Okay.
I. Once you have gotten on IAM, you will click on your username. Okay. So for me, it is Chandra. I will click on my username. Okay. After that, you will go to security credentials. And there you will click here, create access key.
Okay, I'm actually on the screen that's for multi-function. Okay, users. All right, I'm clicking on myself. Okay.
Click on create access. select CLI here.
Okay, create access key. Okay, I'm actually there. I'm at the command line interface, and I understand that I want to proceed. And then next, describe the purpose of this access key.
Sounds okay. And then you click confirm and you click next. All right. I would stop here if you have gotten.
Okay, I'm at my key.
Okay, very good. Now copy these keys and keep it safe. Okay, click done, and you will never see this key again. Only thing is you will have to at the end reset it. If you reset all the systems you set it up, they will stop working. It's okay. It's not a big deal. We can do reset if needed. For now, let's keep it safe. You see, continuing without downloading, I am clicking continue because I have saved it somewhere. Okay. All right. So this is the key that we will be using for most of the use case. Now you can see there is something called enable without MFA. You can see. So so you can actually enable MFA. So what is MFA? MFA is multi-factor device. So MFA, multi-factor device increases the security because you can use authenticator app, for example, Google Authenticator, or many different apps or security key or hardware token. But that's okay. We will let it remain like this. We will not use. I assume everyone will keep their username password safe. Okay. So with this, what we will now do is just a second. Yeah. With this, we will now go for a break. Okay. We will go for 15 minutes break. Returning, we will set it up. Okay. All right. So what you will now be doing is you will go ahead. Okay. You should have your CLI working. If you see this, that means your CLI is working. Now you'll write AWS configure. Okay. If you write this, then it will set up the account for you. Okay. So you have to go here and give the account ID. Okay. What I have, that I have multiple accounts. So what I will be doing is I will set profiles. Okay. So I will write AWS configure I will set up a custom profile. Okay. Yeah. Okay. AWS configure profile. Okay. So for you, you won't be seeing anything like this, right? If you don't see, then it is good. So for all of you, just run AWS configure. It will ask you AWS access key ID. Give the access key ID. Okay. So I will give my access key ID now. I will not do this on a shared screen because this is supposed to be kept safe. So I have given AWS key ID. Now it will ask you for secret access key. Please give the secret access key. Okay. And after this, it will ask you for region name. Okay. So just give US East 1 for now. US East 1. This one. Maybe by the next class, everyone's region will change, but today we will use the same region, everyone. So this is your US East 1. Please copy this and give that. Okay. Now default format, give it JSON. Sounds good, everyone? If you do this, then your CLI is actually now ready. Okay. Now you can go ahead and, for example, to check if everything is correct or not, I will send you this command, AWS HTS get caller identity. This command will tell you who is this user connecting. Okay, AWS HTS minus profile Bravo. Yeah, so you can see that this is the user who is connecting. So you can use this command, and you should also see with your username. Okay, so if you are able to get, okay, I will wait 1 minute for everyone to follow. Okay, does everyone see their username? If anyone has difficulty, please let me know. Okay, I will assume everyone has gotten this one. If you have, then I think I will proceed. Okay, so with this, we have gotten our CLI configured. In future, if you have to, let's say, set it up again, tomorrow, let's say I tell you that you will not be working on US East 1, you will be working on West 2. So you will be running this command to set it again. Okay, so with this, it will change the region name, because at one point of time, you can work with only one region by default. All right. So with this, yeah, Nika, it is like pretty much who am I? Yes, who am I? If you run this command anytime, it will tell you who is this user. So you can see it's me. Okay. Now, let's go ahead with the lesson, and we will now first of all talk about EC2. Okay. So let me pull the lesson for you, and then we will continue. So this will be a very quick revision of AWS, okay? And it will be a very quick revision of cloud, okay? So I believe that all of you are following your AWS certifications. Now is the time that its knowledge will start, becoming useful. So just give me a second and let me bring that slide if at all possible. Okay. So we will first talk about what is cloud, okay? And then we will go ahead and talk about why do we use cloud and what does it mean? Yeah, okay. Is it the cloud that you see here, or is it the cloud which rains? What is cloud? Okay. Everyone has seen clouds many times, right? So we'll first start with that, and this lesson will be kind of a recap from what you have learned on AWS Cloud Practitioner lesson. Okay. So in AWS Cloud Practitioner, you might have learned what is cloud. Okay. So in a simple manner, okay, cloud is a model. It's a way to enable on-demand compute infrastructure. Okay. What does on-demand mean? That means you don't have to really own that. Earlier, what used to happen? Companies would set up their own data centers. They would have a large data centers where people will come and they will do the installation first. They will set up network, they will set up hardware, they will set up a storage. And after all of that is done, your data center is ready. It generally used to take 5-6 months of time. So you want data center from now on, let's say after an year, you will start preparing for today, from today itself. You will go and, generally rack space was very big company, Dell was very big, EMC was very big. So you will put a letter to them that we looking for this. They will put you the budget, and that used to be very large, few millions, few hundred millions, depending on the size. You pay them upfront 50% or something, then they will do the installation. And once the installation is done, you have to take care of everything, its security, its power, okay, its air conditioning, right? Every stuff, any failure. So that was the time when it was before cloud computing became very popular, okay? So this is the cloud computing, which will enable you the shared pool of resources. What is shared? That means that you don't exclusively own that data center. You don't exclusively own that server. Normally you can, though there is dedicated option, but normally you will be using a small portion of the AWS cloud. Okay. So this is what the NIST standard says, that it can be rapidly provisioned and released. This is very important characteristic of cloud, that you can rapidly provision. You want it, you create it. You don't want it, you remove it. That is a very important characteristics. So what are the characteristics of cloud? Should be on demand. It should be self-service. You don't have to call to AWS and tell that, hey, can you start the service, this server for me? Gone are those days. You do it yourself. Okay. And I have been to those data centers, okay, in a very large data center, okay, that was run by SAP, okay. And that is a very large data center. You go there, people would remove this spec and all, or if they have a spec, they will sanitize it. They will wear some caps on their head. They'll wear a kind of a jacket or something, and then they will go. It is pretty cold inside because it is super chilled. So you'll go after 5 minutes, you will start shivering if you don't have that coat. So that kind of scenario it was, okay? And there was always 2 security guards. What are you going? Are you going to steal the server, or what is the purpose you're here? Okay. So all those things used to happen at that point of time. But nowadays, many of the things have moved to cloud, but not everything has moved to cloud. Still, almost 50% of the internet still runs through on-premise. Let's see what is the latest stat. Okay. Cloud adoption, the latest data. Okay. So it's 60%. Okay. Some almost 60% is. So there is a huge opportunity still in this domain. This is why large number of the jobs in terms of cloud engineers, cloud architect keep coming, where you have to migrate the all large amount of data. Okay. Who is the biggest user of cloud? Do you know? It is government. It's a US government going to be now, not yet. But so far, Pentagon had a very large data center they used to manage themselves. They also understand that they need to adopt cloud. So they gave contract of, how much? $20 billion. Let's say you have one customer who's paying you $20 billion. You don't need anything in the world then, right? So AWS, Oracle, Azure, Google, everyone participated in the bidding. And it seems Oracle won. It seems AWS lost. Azure was a big winner, like that. Okay. They still have some court fight going on in some federal government court that this was wrong. But whatever be the case, that this is a very big use case. Okay. Many of the companies are pushing in that direction. This is where we people come, we experts come, who help the organizations adopt. So for example, the moment, let's say, US government decides to move, they have decided, they got the whole big data center made for themselves. So it is not AWS cloud, it is AWS Gov. It runs in a separate data center. It has nothing to do with any of the services we can use. And it is purely for defense purpose. So like that, it is a very large and lucrative domain. Okay. So it will provide you broad network access and resource pooling. So you don't own a server, you own a small piece of the server. It should be elastic. You want to have 2 GB, you got it. You want to have 8 gigs RAM, you got it. You just make the request. So this is the characteristics of the cloud. You might have already read this if you have gone through that lesson. I'm just going few pages quick recap. So there are many ways how companies deploy. One is the public cloud that we talk. This is AWS, Google Cloud and all. Okay, then there is hybrid. Many of the companies opt for hybrid. So they want to have the critical applications, for example, databases on their own premise. But the less critical things, for example, a web app, some non-critical functions, okay, for example, coupon code management, okay, those kind of things can go in cloud. Okay, one thing is private, you manage it yourself. So this situation is very similar to you buy a house or you rent a house. Both of them have their own advantage. If you buy the house, you pay upfront a very large amount. I assume that you pay full. Otherwise, even if you take on EMI, on kind of mortgage, still you have to, it's kind of you own the house, right? So once you own the house, you have to take care of everything. You take care of security, maintenance. It's not like that, if it is raining and there is some problem, you don't care because it's not your house. Not anymore. It's your property. You take care of it like a baby, right? But if it is, let's say, rented, it's okay. It doesn't, somewhere, let's say something is burned, something, you say, I'm just kind of, stating it in sarcastic way. The idea behind it that in renting, it becomes easier for you to use and manage. You don't need the house, you inform the owner and you leave the house. Okay, but owning gives you advantage. It's your property. You have a lot of freedom to do many other things, right? So it is very similar to the cloud case as well. Okay. So there is a very good analogy on this that is called pet versus cattle. So, cloud is like your cattle. Okay. And your personal data center is like your pet. So once you get a pet, you take care of it like in every manner. Its food, its health, everything, right? You invest a lot of money in taking care of it, right? But cloud is like your cattle. Let's say a server has died. You replace the server. You have no attachment with that, right? But with your own data center, you have attachment. Why? Because you have spent a lot of money to set it up. And though it may sound very cool to adopt cloud, there are issues that is related to you have to spend a lot of money, right? In training, in hiring the engineers who understand cloud. So that could be one cost, but still it is very less compared to setting your own data center. Another thing is that at a very large scale, cloud becomes actually more costly. Okay. So that is the thing. Let's say you get a house, okay? It's a very, beautiful, good house. If you want to stay there for, let's say, 20, 30 years, it makes more sense to buy the house because then it will be cheaper for you, okay? More cost efficient. But let's say you just want to stay there for, you're not sure, maybe a few months, you're just trying out to live in the city, then renting makes more sense, right? Take it on a rent. So the same thing is here, okay? So that in here, you will replace the server that you don't need, okay? If something has broken, but in pet, you take care of it, okay? So essentially, there are 4 ways of abstraction that you see. So in on-premise, you take care of everything. From networking to storage to servers, everything. This is where cloud will start. So cloud will, we offer to you in many ways. The basic one is infrastructure as a service. Here what happens is AWS will take care of this part, okay? Networking, storage, servers, virtualization. What that means is that networking is good or bad, AWS responsibility, okay? Is the server is broken or your disk got broken, not your responsibility. AWS will take care. But beyond that, everything is your responsibility. Which OS you want, which runtime you want, which library you want, that is your responsibility. One layer above, a platform as a service. In this case, what happens is that you do not decide the operating system. You just work on your application code. Okay, you give the code, you give the data. The platform will take care of everything. For example, Elastic Beanstalk. For example, AWS Lambda. We will be talking about this in a detail. Okay. And the final one is software as a service. This is pure born that you don't do anything. You just go log in, buy a subscription, use the service. Software as a service, you don't decide which coding language is running behind, which framework it is running behind. Okay. So there is a huge push going towards cloud. It is, it is estimated that probably by next 6-7 years, almost 80% of the workload will be on cloud. Okay, that's huge. Okay, so you can go and see how this market is growing. It's definitely pretty large, and there are primarily 3 providers: AWS, Azure, and Google Cloud. Oracle is also catching up. Okay, and beyond, these are the providers based in the US. Apart from this, there are many others. Primarily one, like for example, there is one in China. So that is Huawei has built their own. So one of the company I was in, like they have good market in Middle East. They have gotten. So there is, I forgot the name. What is the company? But they have gotten very good. They are catching up very fastly. They are building good products as well. So there are many providers because it is a very big business. Okay. So as you can see, who is a market leader? So till last 2 years, AWS was the market leader with 33%. Okay, market share. Again, Azure is also good. all of them have pretty good products. Some are some good, some more better. AWS is considered as the primary, initiator of this concept. And on the way how this story started with AWS today, the only unit probably which makes the majority unit, which makes the profit for AWS, Amazon, is AWS. They have like 90 billion of revenue. Amazon has revenue in few hundred billions, but Amazon is a loss-making business still today. Okay, but AWS is where they are, making profits. So the way how it has started is that Amazon was growing, and engineers, when they needed server, they would place the orders long before. But what happens is that sometimes you don't need it. You ordered, you don't need it. So he came up with the idea that we have hundreds of servers lying, we are not using, we have paid for it. Why don't we enable the access to anybody else and start charging a small fee? And that was an idea which clicked to everyone. I'm not saying that he was the first person to discover this, but it seems that Amazon picked up that idea a lot, and they started giving access to startups based in the Bay Area. Startups loved it because so far starting up was very tough. You want to, let's say, build some application, you first build your data center. That would cost you millions. Now you don't have to pay anything. You pay per hour basis, isn't it? So that is the way how it has started. Okay, and today Amazon is considered the Amazon Web Services is considered the world leader. Okay, and they have pretty large presence in 84 availability zones and geography areas, and they have maximum number of servers. Azure is catching up, it seems, in AI. Azure is catching up very fastly. In fact, it is pretty ahead. So like this, they all have their own advantages. They all have almost very similar type of service. There is not a lot of things to distinguish in basic services like servers, databases. In some spatial services, they do have differences. We will talk about that. So for example, servers, AWS calls it instances, Google Cloud calls it VM instances, Azure calls it just VMs. They have Elastic Beanstalk, they have App Engine, they have cloud services. But almost everyone have gotten the similar service that you probably need. So depending on which company you join, they may be using Azure, okay, but there is high chance that they will be using Amazon, okay, AWS. So for that reason, we will be focusing on AWS in our curriculum. Okay, so that was a very quick introduction of Amazon Web Services and Cloud. Okay, yeah, exactly, Tom. Yeah, so that was in fact the example I had in my mind. Netflix, Netflix, the whole revenue of Netflix, 30% immediately goes to Amazon. They pay 30% amount of the whole revenue to AWS, right? Because they're pretty much totally on Amazon, on AWS, and now it is biting them. So they want to shift, it seems. You can read about this story. Uber data center versus cloud. There's a very good story. Why Uber picked? No, not this one. Yeah, this one. This is a very good story about this. Okay, so when Uber started, they thought that they will build their own data center, and they had a very tough time how they started, because it was in pretty 2010. Cloud was not that popular at that point of time. They started building their own data center. It bombed a lot. It costed. They got some downtimes and all. So they're very, very popular story. This guy, this pragmatic engineer, is very popular. I'm not sure if you have heard it. He's a very popular person who writes very good tech stories. So you can read his blogs if you want. You can subscribe to him. So this is where I read him. Okay. So now Uber has moved to Google Cloud, it seems. But this was the story. Okay. So with this idea, now we will start in AWS. Okay. So we will be doing a quick review of EC2 because I believe some of you have already seen this. Some of you already know this. Okay. I will be doing a very quick review of what is EC2. Okay. This is cloud-based, okay? Cloud-based service which provides you the compute services, the servers. Okay. You can choose what kind of service server you want, okay, which operating system you want, how much storage you want. All of that is in your hands to decide. Okay. And it is elastic by nature. That means you can increase and decrease the amount of the power that you need. Okay. So this is the AWS infrastructure. We already talked. Can someone tell me what is region and what is availability zone in AWS? Anyone preparing
What
for
was your
some?
question again?
The availability zones are groups of data centers in certain like places within a region, and then a region is made up of multiple availability zones.
Okay, very nice. Okay, very good. So yeah, so if you see this, okay, AWS regions, okay, AWS has gotten a large number of regions. Okay, so this is the region they have gotten. So they have almost in 24 countries or something they have gotten. Okay, so these are pretty big, and every place where you see 2 or 3, that means the availability zones. So normally they always have 3 availability zones. Sometimes they have more. For example, in Virginia, they have gotten 6 availability zones. Okay. So what is difference between region and availability zones? Okay. AWS region versus availability zone. So the difference here is that this is, let's say, one region. Okay. But you cannot trust one data center, right? Because it could be possible that the data center gets fire, it gets flooded, right? Recently there was flood in Dubai, right? And it did not leave anything. And you can see the videos and all, it's so horrific. They went to like all the luxurious places and everything, right? In Dubai. So, and it happens, right? So if you see AWS data center on fire, you will see that photos and videos like data centers go on fire, right? They burn down because of many reasons, malfunctions, okay? They also get floods, okay? You see, they get flooded, right? So this is the reason you cannot trust one data center, one location. So what they do is, but they cannot go very far as well. For example, it's not like that they can build one data center in New York and another one in, let's say, DC, because the distance is too high. If you have distance high, the data transfer speed will become low. So what they do is they build one data center, and like this, they will build 2, 3, 4 nearby, but still far distant that if the flood is in one, flood is not in the another one, kind of. And they all are connected with high speed internet to each other. Okay. So this availability zone is connected to other availability zone. Okay. So like this, okay. AWS has gotten a good amount of infrastructure and all. And if you see, they are available in 16 regions, 44 availability zones, 6 new are coming and all. Okay. And this is the place. Okay. In India, they are building a new data center, and one is 2 are already in Mumbai. Another they are building in Hyderabad. Okay. So this thing, I think we will now talk about the performance of EC2 server. So when you want to create a server, okay, you choose essentially the generation of the server, and then you choose the size of the server. Okay. So what is it? So let's do this. Okay. So let me show this to you. Okay. You might have already probably seen, otherwise I will still show it to you. If you go to EC2, okay. So once you open the services here, you will click launch instances. Okay. Adding a book. Yeah, I think The
And you don't have to answer right now. I don't want to derail the lecture.
Okay, no, this is the best project, and the best book I will recommend everyone to read, the Phoenix Project. Okay.
I'm actually halfway through it right now.
Oh, beautiful. Okay, perfect. So this is the go-to book for everyone coming into DevOps. After this, there are many. Okay, one is like Into the Cloud. There is one book. Well, let me see. Oh no, not this one. This literally took into okay. So okay, yeah, let me see, and I will send it. Yeah. Okay. You can see here, compare instance types. Okay. And you can see how many different types of servers AWS has. They have over 776 types of servers. And you can see the memory, how it moves. So T2 Nano is the smallest, half gigs of RAM memory. But you can see the different types of this, like C5 Metal is 192 gigs of storage, memory, sorry. And if you keep going up, you can see this one has 512. The biggest one, I think, is in few terabytes or something. Yeah, 512 something. So AWS has a very large the families of servers. Okay. But you cannot create these servers because we have put a condition. You cannot create these servers. And the only server type you can create, you can play around with that is T2 Micro. Okay. Those servers cost like a bomb. Okay. Like per hour, they would cost you few hundred to few $1,000 per hour. They are that costly. For example, these GPU powered ones, they cost few $100, a few $1,000 per hour, something like that. We will be using T2 Micro. Okay. And it has just 1 GB memory, 1 vCPU, but that's okay. It will be enough for us. So this, what you see here, okay, this T2, this is called the server family. Okay, this is the family of the instance. And what you see next is the size. So family means the different types of capability it has. Okay, and size means the power. Okay, CPU, memory, RAM, these kind of things. Okay, so there are many different types, and these questions may come in your practitioner exam. So if you're preparing for this, please spend time in learning them. Okay. So T1, T2 is considered the general purpose. I'm not sure if they have removed, but at one point of time, you had to remember. At least in solution architect, they can ask. I'm not sure about practitioner. And by the way, once you finish practitioner, you can definitely crack associate solution architect. Okay. I'm very sure you can crack. You can start studying now itself. Probably 2-3 months, you can crack it. In last bootcamp, 1 or 2 people did. In last one also, 1 or 2 people cracked it. After that, you have only one top level, that is a professional level. That is the topmost in solution architect level. Okay. So that is a very good certification. Again, doesn't help a lot, but it is definitely good to have. Okay. So this one is T2, T1, T2. Then there is T3, M3, M4. This is enterprise application for high performance. Next is memory optimized. You want memory optimized servers. So servers which can actually need large number of memory. For example, data mining applications, okay, machine learning applications. So you will be using X1 or R3. Then is compute optimized. Applications where you need very fast compute power. For example, 3D rendering, video editing, media processing, streaming softwares. There you can use C3. This is storage optimized, where you need to store a lot of data. So it's not randomly you choose based on the need that you have. Feeling right? So this is the idea behind it. Okay. Now is the performance factor. So this was about the server family. Then is the storage. So EC2 has different types of storage. Okay. One is a throughput optimized hard disk. So generally there are storage are of two types. Okay. Three types. One is your soft, okay, SSDs. Okay. They are considered very fast, solid state drives. Then is hard disk. Okay. That is considered slower. Okay. But still a bit better. Okay. They are HDDs. Okay. And then really they are like magnetic, magnetic tape based or something. And third one is your object storage. Okay. So HDDs, which are hard disk based, which are based on magnetic, disk, they are very slow, but they are very cheap. So for that reason, let's say if you want to store large amount of data, you don't need always. You will store that in HDD, hard disk. Okay. And with HDD, you will have different types. One is cold. It is cheapest of the cheapest. Okay. There you can, let's say, store your, let's say 5 year, 10 years of revenue records. Let's say healthcare data of patients from, because there is compliance, you have to store for 30 years or something. There you can store those kind of data. Okay. Then there is like throughput optimized. It is cheaper, but it's still faster because it is throughput optimized. So, what I'm teaching right now, at least based on what I taught, you will get at least 5 to 10 questions in your certification exam. Okay. Based on these lessons. So this is just like a kind of a good learning for you as well. Then you have SSDs. They are solid state drives. They also have different types. The most basic one which we will be using is called general purpose. So we will be using the general purpose storage device here. Okay. So by default, you will get 8 gigs of storage, and this is not encrypted. If you want to go advanced, okay, you can select different types of storage. So you can see how much storage you want. You can select 10. This is volume type. So you can see this is general purpose. 2, 3. This is IO optimized, provisioned IOPS. So provisioned IOPS means they have a very good throughput. Okay. So they will give, let you process large amount of data, reading and writing capacity it will provide. Okay. Cold HDDs is not compatible. Okay. You cannot use cold HDDs and throughput because we are building the root drive. Okay. And then you can set up the IOPS. If you have higher IOPS, it will cost you more. For example, you see, is permitted between IOPS and volume size. So you'll have to increase the value. So like this, decisions are made. Then is encrypted. Do you want it encrypted? You can select yes. So like this, okay. There are many different types of storage options. Okay. And the final one is the object storage. This is suitable for files, not for media record or something. It's suitable for images, videos, PDF, doc, those kind of files. Okay, following with me? Okay, so what is the pricing model? It is free, but only till certain limit. Okay, so if you don't, by reading this, don't feel that AWS is for free. Actually, it is free for 1 year if you create a new account, T2 Micro. Otherwise, it changes from to a very large extent. Okay, how much do you pay? You pay per hour basis. How much you use? You pay per hour. Okay, though it has many other options. Okay, a spot, reserved, and all. We will talk about this later. You pay based on the region you want to use. Okay, so if you're creating servers, and this is the reason we have this issue, your account is not ready. I'm noting down the cost of each region because we use the cheapest regions. If you end up using California costs like a damn higher compared to North Virginia. Okay. So we never give California region to anyone. Okay. So like that, we note down the cost and we put you in the less costly regions. Then is the CPU, memory, storage, many factors. Okay. So what are the features of EC2? It is elastic. It can increase, decrease based on your need. Okay. It is secure. No one can randomly go in and start using. We will learn about VPC. We will go in depth. They are reliable service, and this is integrated. There is 99.95 SLA. Okay. So these are the few use cases. Okay. I believe Netflix should be there because Netflix is considered a very big success story. I'm not sure till long, but this is like a streaming service. Netflix uses like thousands of terabytes of storage. And Netflix works in a very slow internet, very trippy internet. How? Because it uses a lot of this compute power, edge locations, caching, and all in AWS. Then Airbnb is a very good success story because it is a very successful startup, Airbnb. Okay. They didn't have to do anything. They just run on AWS. Okay. Now we will go and get started with AWS. All of you have account. We will go ahead, select some instance, and we will select instance type and create this. Okay. All right. So this was a very quick introduction to you about cloud, different types of cloud, and AWS cloud. Any questions? All right. So with this, let's go for, I need to give my throat up some rest because continuously I was speaking. So let's go for 15 minutes break. Returning, we will start some server and we will then build some projects.
Sandra, I have a quick question if you don't mind. So with our AWS certification, or the cloud practitioner one, do we send that to Nick? Do we get like the reimbursement still? Is that a thing?
No, definitely. It is the thing. Everyone who passes the certification, they will get it reimbursement. And there is a form actually. You just have to fill a doc and give it to us. So let me find the details and share it to you. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, perfect. I will send it by lunch, everyone.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Sure. Okay. So see you all in 15. Okay. So what we will now be doing, okay, is we will create a server and we will launch a small application on that. Okay. You might have already used Nginx, I believe. If you have not, then you will get a chance to use it here. So Nginx is the web server. Okay, it is using Apache, sorry. So Apache is the web server, which is the most popular web server in the world for any kind of web-based applications. So we will be using Apache web server for launching a very simple, useful gaming application. So everyone, please log into your account. Please go to US East 1. Okay, we are here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so almost 6, 7 people are here. Okay. So all the students who are here, those who are following with me, they can go ahead and create the server. Okay. So everyone is here. Okay. So so that you don't get confused with other people's server, because we are yet to do the separation, please add your name on front of the server. Okay. So that this is my server. You don't, play with other people's server. So you write Chandra. Okay. And now what we are going to do, we will select the AMIS Ubuntu 22. Okay. So please log in and let me give it Chandra Ubuntu server. You can give any name till you are able to identify this is my server. It's okay. We will select Ubuntu, and you can see this is the place you select the operating system type. So we will select the operating system type. You see free tier eligible Ubuntu 22. So we will select Ubuntu 22. Okay. I believe everyone should be following. Okay. Now don't change this one, T2 micro. Keep it T2 micro only because this is the only free tier eligible server. So it doesn't matter much to us, but this is the only you can actually create because there has been condition put, no one can create random server. Okay. Now, let me see if I have this CP class DevOps evening weekend Bravo. Let me search where is this key file. Code Platoon. Okay, perfect. So everyone, you don't need to create any new key. You can select the key that is there. Okay. After that, okay, so what are we doing so far? We gave it a name. We selected the operating system type. We selected the instance family. Okay, we selected the key with which we will go inside. Next, we are not going to change VPC, but later in future you will learn VPC. So select existing security key and here select HTTP and SSH. Okay. In fact, okay, let's select all. It's okay. Let's select all. What it is, essentially, we are selecting the security group. Okay. So how it is created, how it is done, we will go here and we will see. So everyone in this place, okay, click here on this hamburger.
Chandra, I don't know if you saw the comment, but I think Nika had logged back in. She was asking what the account ID is.
Okay, Nika is no, okay. Yeah, oh, okay. I didn't see that message. Let me in fact see. Yeah.
No, I have my username, but I don't know what the account ID was.
If you have logged in, you know your username. Oh, this one. Oh, okay. Thank you, Tom. Yeah.
Thanks.
Luis, it seems you have joined a bit late. Luis, are you following this one?
No, I'm not at this point. I didn't want to interrupt the class. I was gonna just catch up during lunch and then be on par for the afternoon.
Okay. As such, if you want, you can actually open the link, put your username and password for everyone is right now DevOps 2024. With that, you can reset your password and you can log in and start from where we are. Just see if you can, otherwise, okay, you can pursue later at your will. Okay, so let's everyone, let's go to security group. Okay, please click on security group and open this in a new tab. Okay, so what is happening here? We are creating a security group. Security group is like a firewall. It's a condition which tells which ports and from which IP address I will allow the access. So everyone click here, create security group. Okay. And here also you give it your name, Chandra. Okay. And you can write HTTP SSH. So this is the security group which will allow access on two ports, HTTP port 80 and SSH port 22. Give it a description. security group. Okay. And then you can write rules. This is a very easy lesson. Even if someone is lagging behind, you can easily catch up. So you will select the ports. So sometimes ports are already given because they are very popular. So first of all, we will give HTTP. So if you go here, this is HTTP. And where do you want to allow this access on this port? So you can give anywhere. So anywhere from the world can access this port. Okay. So you should only open the port which you want anyone to access. Next, you will click on add rule and you will give port SSH, which is port 22. If you don't give it this way, you can yourself write port 22, that also works. Okay. Port 22 is generally considered very secure. Okay. This is a very vital port because it allows SSH, okay, shell access. So normally you will not give it, you will give it to only your IP address. So you can select my IP. So only you can actually go inside this server. I mean, only someone from your IP address. And this is what organizations, companies use. They, this is the reason you have VPN. Even if someone knows the username password, they cannot go inside the company's network because the company network will allow only certain IP address. Outbound is, so inbound is who can go inside your server. Outbound is where can your server reach out to. So we generally trust our server, we will allow every port. So you can see all traffic to any IP address. Otherwise, if it is a very secure application, you can limit this as well. You will click on create security group. Again, add your name so that we don't get confused. Oh, it does not allow apostrophe. Okay. You can see I have gotten the security group. Let's see how many of you are getting this. Okay. So you got the security group created. Okay. Now you will come back to your page. Okay. And you will refresh this. So you can see I can use my own security group. You can give multiple security groups as well. But in this case, I will just give my own security group. Okay. For example, let's say if someone is experimenting with, let's say, MySQL, you can open port 3306. If you're, let's say, experimenting with Django or Flask, you know that, Flask by default runs on port 3000 only, right? Let any port, 5000, sorry. Yeah. So you will not, you will run on 5000 only then. You will open 5000 then. Okay. A storage can be given anything. You can give up to like, I don't know. Let's see how much can you give. Okay, you cannot give more than 10,000 gigs. Okay. But you cannot give less than 8 as well. So everyone, don't give more than 8. Just give 8. Because it is only for experiment. Because nothing is free in AWS. Few services are, by the way. There is something called advanced details. We will discuss later. There is a huge number of configuration. Everyone click on launch instances. Revisit again. Make sure you have done everything correctly and click on launch instance. Let's see how many instances come. I should see almost. Okay, who is this my test server? Please rename this, okay? So that we know who is this. You can click here and click on rename, okay? It's okay, you can give any name, but only thing is we should not get confused. It seems someone created it long before. It is already running.
Yeah, I ran it since earlier. That was
Okay,
mine.
no worries. Sounds good. Okay. Okay, so it is initializing and you can see that server is now running. Then there is something called status check. So you can see what is the status. It is still initializing. Okay, now I would like everyone to know how to do SSH. It may be possible that some might have done it before, some of you may have done, but otherwise I will assume that you have not. Okay. So just give me a second. I am sending the guide. Evening. Okay. Oh no, not this one. I sent it in the wrong channel. We are DevOps Bravo. Okay. Uh, okay. So is there anyone who is using Windows here? Okay.
I am.
Okay.
We are, but it's WSL.
Perfect. So anyone who is using Windows with WSL, it is okay. Anyone without WSL? Okay. Then I think we are good. Okay. So what we will now be doing is we will learn how to go inside the server. Okay. So for this, okay, I will be sending a SSH key. Okay. So let me see the key. Okay. By the way, did I show doing SSH once earlier?
We did but like the first week of class on that Saturday, we did a test server, test EC2, and everybody SSH'd into it with that same key.
Oh, okay. That's why I was thinking, okay, we might have done this before. Okay. No worries. Then I think everyone knows how to play around with this. So everyone, please go to this, download this file if you have not. Okay. And okay. And let's go to the place where your SSH key is. Okay. And it is my SSH key. Okay. And now you can actually click on your server and you can click on connect. You can see there is SSH client. Copy this. And run it. Those who are not able to follow, if you need help, please let me know, because I see few servers. It seems not everyone is following, but that's okay if you want to follow later. But Cassandra?
I'm going as fast as I can, and I'm not lost. I'm just following the curriculum back here, and like I said, I'm just not as fast as you are. So
Oh, okay, that's okay, that's okay. If you get a start, we are here. Okay, so we got these servers. Okay, now we will go back here, and we will first of all install Apache. So today everyone has their own server. Okay, so first of all you will run sudo apt update. Whenever you get a new server, first run update. Okay, once you have installed the updates, sounds good everyone? You can then click and give this one install Apache. This will install Apache. What is Apache? Apache is the most popular web server. It powers probably 70-80% of the world internet. Let's see the stat. Apache market web server. What? No.
Nginx is taken over.
Really? I don't believe so.
It's so good though.
Yeah, I would also say prefer Nginx over Apache.
You're the one that kind of like got me hooked on Nginx for everything.
Yeah. Yeah, definitely. Oh, then no. They are pretty neck to neck. Apache is still leading. I don't know when this stat is. Oh, okay. They keep saying different numbers, but that's okay. Some people say 30 or something, but yeah, it's like pretty big number. Okay, so Apache is installed. Now once you install, you will run Apache start. This will start Apache, and then you can run Apache status. They will show you the status of the Apache web server. Sounds good, everyone? Okay. So if you are able to successfully do this, you can now go and you can grab the IP address, and if open, you will see the Apache web server landing page. Okay, so this is the default page that Apache serves whenever you create a new server. Okay, now we will stop Apache server. Okay, we have stopped. If you see here, it will not shut. Okay, now we will go to this path. This is the path where the default page of Apache remains, where www.html. Okay. If you see, this is the file which it was serving. Probably you might have seen this with Nginx. Preston might have shown you this demo. We are using Apache. First of all, we will remove this sample file. Okay, the sample nginx file, sorry, Apache file. And now if you go to this page, this is the page where some code is lying, some HTML code. Okay, we will try to get this here. I got 3 files here. Sounds good, everyone? And now you can restart the Apache web server. And you can enable Apache web server. What is enable? Does anyone know? So enable means that if your server restarts, this will automatically restart then. It's like, auto start on boot. Okay. So many of the software, for example, in your computer, if you restart, it will automatically start. But not every software will restart. For example, Chrome will not restart automatically, right? Because it has not been enabled. So we are enabling Apache. Okay. Now, if you open your IP address again, okay, you should see a beautiful application, the gaming application running here. Okay. So this is a very simple Dojo Jump game. Okay. And we will be learning using Dojo Jump to learn DevOps a lot. So you will be using this to learn load balancer. You will be using this to learn RDS. You will be using this to learn Docker, then Kubernetes. So we will take the same application and deploy this thing in at least 7-8 variations. Oh, it is playing with itself like an AI. Okay. So like this, you can, okay, I'm not getting a lot of jumps. Okay. So this is very addictive, very easy to play. Oh, okay. Yeah, I got it. Let's play quickly. Okay. So I've not built a lot of features on this, but if anyone wants to, you are most welcome to add features like share, common leaderboard, and anything. You know what is the highest score in this? Can someone guess? So the highest score of this game is 92,000. Someone just played it for like hours and hours. Yeah. No, if you don't win, you can plus. Yeah, we wish we could put that condition, but that's not the case. We will not like that. So, so what we did in that class, and I was teaching in a university then, and their grades matter a lot. Okay, so what I put is that if you play this game and like a score more than 5,000, score something, you'll get 1 marks extra. It's really like so much effort for that 1 marks extra. And someone ended up playing 92,000, and she told me that she deserves more marks. Okay, so this is a very beautiful repo of this game. Okay, this is Dojo Jump. This is the repo. Yeah, this is the repo. I'm not sure if I showed you earlier on this. Yeah, this is the link. So every time my students deploy, I put the links here, but and then we kill the servers because it costs money. So, but you can see this. So here, you can see how many different variations you can see here, but there are more. We're using code deploy, Docker, GitHub Actions, Elastic Beanstalk, different variations. All right, so that was a very quick and simple lesson on using Nginx and Apache Web Server on your own server. So all of you have your own server right now. You can now please go ahead and this is your next assignment. This is the assignment of today, that you have to set up LAMP stack on Amazon Linux 2. But all of you have Windows server, correct? So all of you will go ahead. Okay, if anyone wants to play, you can play. But this was kind of a lesson to familiarize yourself. You can terminate your server and you can create your Amazon Linux 2 server now and work on the assignment. So for example, you can click on launch instance. And here, if you click on launch instance, give it a second. There, if you see operating system, you can select Amazon Linux 2. You see? This is what I'm talking about, Amazon Linux 2. So I want to familiarize you, get you familiarized with all different types of operating system. So this is that. It will be using Yum. Yeah, okay. It is based on CentOS, but Amazon has put some changes and rebranded. All right. So if ever, are we almost to lunch? Okay, not yet. So now all of you can go ahead and work on this. All the instructions have been given. Okay, you can follow that. Otherwise, you can also follow. Okay, not this one. Yeah, you have to follow this one. Sounds good, everyone? So what I can do is I will open the breakout room. Okay. And we are 10 people. I will assume that, you may want to work yourself, then you can go to a room. If you want to work in a group, that is totally okay. You can work that, but everyone get this opportunity and done that. Me and Chad are here. If anyone needs help with logging, username, password, anything, you can reach out to us. And let's do this assignment. Let's see how many of you get this working. Okay. And I know that some of you may need to work on your own assignment, on your own project from Whiskey Platoon, your group projects, your personal project. I can understand that you have very less time. So if you want to delay this, working on this, that's okay. You can work on that. But at the end, once you finish your Whiskey Platoon graduation or something, please follow the lesson from here on. Okay. So it's not like I'm going to, ask you and chase you on why you did not do this. This is never going to be the case. So all of you are excused till 11. But after that, I would love many of you to follow the lessons. Every day you will have assignment, okay? There's not a day where you won't have assignment. Every day you will have some assignment given with the lesson, okay? As you can see. All right, so it's your call, depending on if you're comfort, please go ahead and do. Otherwise, if you are not using, please go ahead and terminate the server, okay? If a server is not in use, terminate it. All right, with this, I would finish today's lecture here. And let's see, do you want a lecture in afternoon, proceeding further, or is it like, already will be like on a stacked up. Okay, let's see how is the progress going on assignment. Okay, I don't mind taking a lesson, otherwise we can just follow the lesson. Okay. All right, please work on the assignment, and me and Chad are here to help you. Chad has exactly worked on these projects, so he's more hands-on, so you can reach us with this.